Hello gamers, it is time for another episode of Let's Play the Repopulation.
Hello gamers, I am Tigwick, and this is another episode of Let's Play the Repopulation. It has been over a year since we've played the game. It's been over a year since I've talked to you, most likely. I think the last thing we looked at was Fragmented, which was the other game that Above and Beyond Technologies was putting out in order to fund further development on the hard fork, if you will, of the Repopulation turning into an Unreal 4 engine supported game, Fragmented being sort of the baseline for that. And in all of that time period, basically they weren't allowed to use or work on the code for the Hero Engine version of the game because of the legal issues and all these other things that were going on behind the scenes. And then all of a sudden, out of the woodwork, we hear that the parent company of the Hero Engine guys had IdeaFabrik, I think. They've bought the rights for the Repopulation, running on their own engine. So I guess they want it as a flagship MMO that they can put forth and say this is something very, very good that runs on our engine, and they needed it to happen in order for that to actually get them the publicity they want. So they purchased the game. And here we are right back into it. So what's changed? Absolutely nothing so far, aside from the fact that the company is now going to put forth money and an active dev team into bringing it back to life. Above and Beyond is being tapped for their resources. I don't know how far along it's going to go for, but right now I know they're involved in helping everybody get up to speed on what to do and how to handle all the code layout. So that's in the works, which means that like they're working very hard together right now, I guess, to brain dump and exchange knowledge and other fancy synergistic buzzwords. It's exciting because the rest of us get to reap the rewards from this cool liaison and the fact that there's now a very active and paid team behind the scenes again, moving things forward. And it's their engine it's built on, so already the one benefit we're seeing so far is that it's running on hardware that they are just pumping money into, so it actually runs pretty well right now. It's smooth, there's not a lot of lag. It's it is what it is. The original servers that were that went offline before are back online. So the Kjell Eastern server, East Coast USA server, and the European Central server, those are both back online. Whatever characters you had on them are right back where they were. You may have to reset your password and just do like I forgot my password on the email address, or contact support if you need their help. But I found it really easy to get right back into it. Just reinstall the client via Steam and voila, I'm actually back into the game. So, what's changed? Where are we? Let's hop into Freedom Town. I don't think anything has changed, really, at all. It's the same Repopulation. I've been running around like making stuff and selling stuff, and I'm like, wow, this feels exactly like what I remember. And I love that. I love that so much. It feels so good to play this game again. So let's wander around in Freedom Town as soon as we can get in here. Okay, so I'm in the crafting workshop of Freedom Town, because why not? And here is Laura Lynn, who happens to be in the same nation that I'm in, which is Rogue Holdings. We are back in business, baby, Rogue Holdings. It's been a while, but we're back. This is the crafting machine thingamajigger over here, just like we left it, right? This is the bank, and so if I wanted to like start some crafting, they put the bank right here so that I can grab all my stuff. Yes, all my stuff is here, just like we left it. This is the character that I didn't really show you guys my inventory that often because I was so full of crap, or I think I was probably showing you guys Testy McTesterson, because he's more of a blank slate and he's easier to work with. But this is how much stuff I carry around with me all the time in this friggin' game. I have to craft things so, like, narrow. I have, like, one little item at a time. Anyway, so that's the workshop. Nothing has changed in the workshop. Everything is the same so far. I think the last patch... the last patch changed the fittings a little bit, the like the construction of the fittings a little bit, such that you had to learn some more minor stuff in the weapon fabrication tree, whatever it was beforehand. If I can bring that up. No, that's the market. Where's the skills? Yeah, recipes. So firearms crafting, they made it so that the firearms, like the making of the fittings, this didn't unlock until I had already put a bunch of points into, I think maybe it was either the molds or it was either the fact that I needed 500. I think it was the fact that I needed 500 points in firearms craftings to begin with. So you have to dump a bunch of points, whether it's the SIs that you get from other stuff, or whether you just craft an ass load of base level items like molds or something like I did, to grind up enough points to unlock the actual making of fittings. So that changed things, because before I didn't have that, and I was just making crappy fittings right off the bat. There's a quest over here. So again, all of this is the same as before. I don't think I have any hard resin on me, which means I don't think I can turn in this quest. But the quest icons, everything looks the same as before. This is all the same as the last patch. So before things went offline with Above and Beyond Technologies, with with IdeaFabrik coming online, bringing the game online, everything is as of the last patch. So nothing is changed when it comes to what accepts what. All of the items are the same. The various things you have to do are all the same. I have not completed this quest, right? Okay, so I don't have it on me. The recipes, like everything, is the same, which is cool. And they're going to continue, as far as I know, the development roadmap that Above and Beyond has. So as far as I know, we are in store for the same updates that we were looking forward to before. I don't know how quickly. I don't really know the schedule of stuff. I know that on the website they probably have that, but yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. So this Freedom Town, we can, if you want, I can take us to, where is this? Set Falls. Might as well go to Set Falls, and I'll show you that Set Falls is the same. Everything is the same. It is so cool to be right back in the game again. Right back out there crafting, putting stuff on the market, killing random stuff with the broken, ranged combat. And I'm hoping that some of these things get, the development gets pushed forward a little bit. The sort of priority of certain things, because combat could really use some love. It still feels clunky and awkward and not nearly as fluid. I mean, combat is supposed to be one of those very basic things in most MMOs and other like RPGs where it feels fun to be in combat. And in this game, combat is pretty awkward, so you never really know if you're going to survive combat, and it just feels like you don't really want to have to get into combat right now if you don't have to, because it's every time you do it, it's like, okay, I gotta hit the right buttons to make sure stuff happens. I gotta be in the right position to make sure I can use those buttons. And sometimes, you could be facing something really simple and be hitting the wrong keys because you forgot that you're in the wrong stance or something, and die to something really, really simple. It just doesn't feel like I don't know. There's certain things about combat that still need some love. So we're walking around in Set Falls, and it is exactly as we left it. This is big old Set Falls here with the general store back there, body armor, the bar. Pretty sure that's the bar. And the shuttle launch pad with all the various destinations. You can go back to Freedom Town, back to wherever you want to go via the shuttles over there. Yeah, so this is good old Set Falls. The we never left. It's only been a year and a bit. And no big deal. It's it's like it was just waiting for us the whole time. It was just waiting for us. So the markets are just what you expect. They're just the same. They're filled back up. I've got firearms fittings on the auction house again. Isn't that amazing that I can do that again, right? You search and everything's right back up here. Like, everything you need to get right back into the game is right here on the markets. You can get right back into your character, the same character you left behind, as long as you moved it over before the West merger, and you dumped your stuff onto East. Your character is here waiting for you to come back and play it again, right? This is fantastic. Look at all this stuff that you can use to make more other stuff, sell it on the market, go explore those crazy caves and the dungeons and stuff from before that maybe you didn't get to because the game shut down before your character was strong enough to go face off against like the Elkar or those like hawk fig things. And like, there's so much stuff you can do now, right? Look, I have mail. What's in my mail? Armor smith supplies wanted. Ethylene. Hello, Tigwick. I need a subcomponent made for me for armor smithing. Ethylene is used in the process to make diethylene glycol, which in turn is used as a refining agent for stasis resistance. I need 10 units of ethylene delivered to me. I am willing to offer you skill imprints, that can be used to improve any of your trade skills. I'm also happy to give you some basic instruction on how to get hold of the ethylene if you're doing harvesting and crafting work. Well, ethylene, I'm not really much of a chemist. And I have like a million missions, so no. If you know me, you know that I'm probably just going to decline the mail mission. I don't take those very often. I have so much stuff going on. I'd rather just do my own thing. You know what's sad about being on here now is that the Rogue Nation only recently reformed because a lot of people have returned, like Ven and Laurelin and Lacutus. We're still waiting on some other people. Maybe they'll come back, but we've reformed the nation, but only just now, and therefore the location that we normally would go to, the place that I would normally go and like hang out in the nation base is gone. So I'm sad about that. That makes me really sad. Anyway, so this is the crafting area of Set Falls. It's the same as it is before. Over here is the medical center. Just the same as before. Nothing has changed, guys. It's the exact same. It's beautiful. It's back online. They're going to start building right upon it. And so I hope you can join me. I'm on the East Coast server. I am Tigwick, as you know. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for seeing me here. I love you guys. I will see you next time.